Let's go. PVZ.
He's a PVZ now. I think he changed his race just last minute, but doesn't matter. I think we're all ready.
Any predictions?
Oh, I have not played Zelos at all, so I have no idea, mate.
Me neither.
So, Mai, would you like to do our introduction in a minute when we first start off a game?
Sure.
And I'll give you the camera view in 1 second. Do you want to take the camera view, or do you want me to do it?
How do you want to give me the camera view?
Okay, I'll give you the camera view, mate. No problem.
In the bottom right, for Fridge Gaming, we have Isopara, the teal Zerg. And in the top left, from Zelos, the HerOTosS, the red HerOTosS.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. So CVP, mate, on this map, what are we looking to see?
We're going to most likely see some Blink or Stargate action. That's most common on this map. Or what I've seen in Pro League from it.
It is very common now. HerOTosS just tends to go a Stargate opening now, isn't it? Just get all the map control out. You know, play a bit more safer, I should say. A lot of the harassment in an early gameplay.
Yeah, Stargate is really safe. If you looked at this pylon placement by HerOTosS, I think it's misplaced. I think he doesn't have the one gap for a unit, but two.
Yeah, he might have a little slightly bigger choke point there.
Yeah. But I think if you have the cyber core there on the top right of the pylon, it will be alright.
Right, a little early scout from the Zerg player.
15 pool, really standard.
So pro scouting on their base and obviously trying to work out what each player doing.
Double gas, that's really awkward. Oh, weird. Guess some early tech.
Well, hopefully Isopara will scout it and see what's very early gas. Would that be telling you that getting early gas might be a quick Stargate sort of or even try to do like a proxy gate Stargate, go for an Oracle play maybe? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, it will be Oracle or immediate Phoenix. But I think he will go Oracle first because he has two really quick gases. Now Isopara on the other hand is getting a gas himself. A really good reaction to a gateway expansion play. And HerOTosS hiding his probe for now.
Yeah, it's quite common to put a little pylon there, just go for like any gateway pressure laser to his third. This map, there's I think when we get to like a mid game, it's okay. I think when you start taking the fourth base, this map's definitely going to be a difficulty there, isn't it? Because it's so far away to have a fourth base.
Yeah, it depends on which fourth you're going to take. If you're going to take the one in the mid-map section, it's going to be really hard to defend, but more close to your other bases. So I think we're going to have the HerOTosS take that one, and the Zerg getting the expansion most far away of the HerOTosS.
Well, that probe is definitely hiding in the corner.
And if we don't see any tech coming up in the next minute and we see a pylon, he's probably going to proxy some tech, I believe.
Yeah, possible. Well, there's a little link running into the base and try to find out what's tech's going on. You see the expansion.
That's already a good tell.
No third been put down yet, so I don't know whether there's going to be an aggression play from Isopara here, or whether he's going to, you know...
There's the Stargate.
Quite a safe reaction already, getting an extra queen and then getting the spore ready, so he'd be expected that Stargate play quite early on, isn't it?
Yes.
So Evo Chamber then. So what do you think? Is he going for a bit of +1 Ling, sort of like try to give it early aggressions maybe?
+1
Oh,
missile.
missile. So he's interesting.
That's weird, because he's only now building his Roach War. Maybe he's going for some 2 or 3 base bust.
Could be like a Roach timing push, isn't it? +1 with Roaches.
Yeah, it's a really early one. Normally you get it like at 7 minutes. And it's not even 7 minutes now and he's already researching +1. A lair. This third is really late. If he has 2 gases coming up in a minute, I think he's going to 2 base Spire, but that wouldn't make sense if he has Roach upgrades coming up. There are 2 gases. And the third. But normally you would see a third at around 5 or 6 minutes when you're facing a gateway expansion play. To get the circling speed out early, but I think now he has it.
So third is actually a little bit late for the Zerg player, but it's not a massive problem, isn't it, at this stage?
Well,
Unless he's doing enough damage in the early games and pull the probe count, but obviously the longer as the game run, there'll be a serious impact to that, isn't it?
yeah, I would say it's a bit too late for this situation, but I think he's not that behind. But what is interesting is HerOTosS is going for the robotics facility and the double forge, so I think he's going to opt for third base and not going for 2 base all in. And the Phoenix count is already at 4, growing to 5 in a bit.
Well, a Spire had been put down, interesting enough, rather than going for like a Roach Hydral play to slow down. He actually put down a Spire. So with the amount of Phoenix count to stack up, then there's definitely not the best tech right at this moment. All right, this is a little pressure push on the third, 3 Zealots and some Phoenixes.
Isopara supply blocked, really unfortunate moment. But he has some
Roaches he can
but he can't really move them out. Because he probably just will be lifted and Roaches will be dead.
Well, it's kiting these Roaches and obviously pick them one by one. But this is obviously stopping Isopara to mine on the third, definitely, with this little aggression play. Robotic Bay's been put down, so we'll see Colossus coming soon in the game shortly. And also a Void Ray and an Immorto being in the production.
Yeah.
A lot of tech here.
Yeah, a lot of tech and really low amount of units. If you check the units count, he only has his 5 Phoenix and 2 Zealots. That's extremely greedy from him. But it is paying off because he did a little poke out and Isopara is on his toes right now. So it is really paying off and he's playing really solidly.
So the Phoenix obviously stack up in there and then a proxy pylon in that corner as well. So hopefully there will be another aggressions play coming through from that angle to this third.
We do have 11 Hydras coming up. And normally you would see a Hydra push to the third base, but there's no third base to push. And already the first Colossus going out, so...
Well, there's a Ling scouting now, so he's hopefully trying to spot if there's any third going down. Little poke in, so if you see no third, then I assume Isopara just constant getting army out the map, isn't it, and try to overwhelm it. Well, there's a little pressure push over there with some play on the Zerg third base, but you see the amount of a Hydra that's coming out. This obviously definitely pull back straight away. They don't want to lose those Phoenixes in this early game. They're very important units at this stage.
Yes, you can't lose them. But Phoenix do exceptionally well versus Hydralisk in low numbers, but there were just a bit too many. And what's also very weird from the play from HerOTosS is that he doesn't have any sentries just yet. He hasn't made any sentries.
Yeah, good point. So if there's a big concave in a fight in the middle of the map, then obviously
I think this third is really dangerous by him, because if Isopara makes a good amount of Roaches now, he has enough Hydralisk. So if he just makes one good round of roaches and he pushes, I think he has a really good chance of knocking down the third of HerOTosS.
But it's definitely favoured to the Zerg player at the moment. We're +1/+1 as well. +2 is getting ready for the range attack.
Yeah,
So
the toss is getting
blink now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's getting blink, and he's getting himself back with the upgrades. He has 2-2 halfway done, and Isopara is 2-1 for the halfway.
Well, unit counts here, we're 120, 130 for Isoparas and 106 for HerOTosS at the moment. And the proc comes, obviously the Zerg players ahead on 66 against 52. Not fourth base has just been put down halfway, well, more than halfway through now, so quite a stabilised standard game. Obviously none of the opponents or each other want to have a fight as yet, so obviously both want to play a bit safer. It's our first game, obviously, no one want to cheese or anything like that, don't they?
No, I think both want to get a normal macro game from the start, and what I do find interesting is that there hasn't been any aggression from the Zerg player from us. Yeah, and I think he can definitely push it, but we have full vision and he doesn't.
Well, a little bit of supply block here, but from the Zerg player, 16 Hydralisk is coming out, so with a hive followed behind another additional 2 Evo chamber, or 3 Evo chamber. Wow.
That's going to be for the what they're called Vipers.
Vipers for energy, yeah. So he's setting himself with Roach Hydras with Vipers, so a lot of abduction will be coming to play, obviously to put the Colossus in. And also the Floy Ray stat count is not too many at the moment, isn't it?
No, there are only 3. And the third Colossus is popping right now, but he has a good amount of stalkers, but I really think his army is a bit small from the time.
Well, the Zerg player's got to max out very shortly, so we're seeing a little push. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of Vipers that is.
It's going to be a lot of ducks.
A Phoenix been lost in the middle while the flying past.
Really good pickup. But I think HerOTosS is at this moment pretty satisfied with his army, because he has 3 Colossus, the 4th one building, and against this amount of Hydralisk, Colossus do just amounts of damage. Really good.
Again, we haven't seen any harass unit from the HerOTosS as well, so obviously not sending anything to the Zerg third with that pylon. It's been there for a while now, so it's just, that's the problem. If you let the Zerg player just play his own game and macro out behind it and have full saturation of the economy, it's just unstoppable for the Zerg. Zerg just instantly remax straight away after losing all that and just trade off with that many of Hydralisk.
Yeah. What Isopara do want to do is going to send some drones to his 4th and start mining the gas from there. Because that's the most important of his 4th base right now.
Right, we'll see some Zealot harassment going to the 4th now, but I assume there's not going to be any problem for the Zerg player to deal with it. But there's one little quite really important thing that you can see here. There's not a lot of roaches in this army, isn't it? So it is quite dangerous. If there's storm or stack amount of Colossus, that's just going to melt.
Yes, it is. He really has to. Oh, HerOTosS is moving out. I don't know if I like it, but he has enough Colossus, so.
Right, Zerg player is definitely reacting to this. He's going to send his army right to this, protecting his 5th. The Zerg creep is obviously been denied a little bit, but obviously the vision is still there in the middle of the map. He's getting a little concave in. Viper is definitely out of position a little bit. He needs to control his Viper. Right, here we go. He just sent it, doing a lot of abduction, but he's not controlling his Hydralisk army.
Oh, that went horrible. Oh no, he's remaxing on Hydralisk. That is a big mistake. He really needs to
get some roaches to tank up, yeah.
Yeah, on roaches, because there are too many Colossus and only 4 Void Rays, and he still has a good amount of Hydralisk left.
Well, you need to be careful of obviously what he's going to do with. Oh, he's nicely pulled by the Immorto there, but they are not the key thing. The key thing is making sure you don't lose those Hydralisks. You need to get enough concave to surround the HerOTosS army.
Yeah, in the first engagement, everything was just a bit clumping up from the Zerg.
Hmm. I think it's all a bit of nerve panicking as well. Obviously, there's a clan war going on at the moment with about 17 viewers. It is on the show. It is a lot of pressure. But again, pressures obviously put people the normal gameplay off a little bit as well. So we've got some Storms, some Archon into the play. So a heavily Hydralisk count would not be a great shout. Alright, there we go. A little good pull by the...
It is a better position from Isopara, but there are just too many Colossus still left.
yes, he needs to shift
Hydralisk
his
will
army.
melt. They're just butter for Colossus.
So upgrade wise, 3-2 for the Zerg player and 3-3 for the ProToss player. So we might see a little trade, base trade here. Well, the Zerg player coming around to the side of the rock.
And there's a Muta switch. And he doesn't have that much lava to support it. But I do think it is a pretty good decision. And if the toss doesn't... Oh, he moves back. That's
spot on. Yeah, he should have traded his 5th as well.
Yeah, he should have killed the 4th and the 5th and then moved back.
Yeah, if the Hydralisk get escape throughout from here, then there's definitely a win for us. Well, there's some DT being ropping. Hydralisk, I think, is a bit greedy here. Try to take the 4th as well at the same time. But it's killing a lot of pros in the process, and then
this is pretty good for Isopara. Even he's really down in supply. He has 19 mutants on the way, and he already had 6, so that's 25.
Yeah, losing the other lots of this army is not a good shout. But he's trading it. He's trading it. If he can buy some more time, then obviously that will help in the long term. Obviously, the economy will be damaged from the ProToss player.
And he's making a second Roach bar. Special tactics. But what was really good for Isopara is he sniped the Stargate when he moved to the 3rd. So HerOTosS can't make any Phoenixes to counter the Mutalisk, only Stalkers.
If Isopara plays statistically well in this game, obviously he's still got a 3,400 mineral bagged up, and this Mutalisk switch can do a significant damage. And there's no economy for the ProToss to come back at all. But if the ProToss moves out and literally snipe all the base one by one, then it's still possible for them to win, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit dicey situation. I think both can still win. But HerOTosS is moving back again and leaves the 4th untouched.
Yeah, this really helped the Zerg player, obviously buying time and still pulling units back and economy damage.
Yeah.
He's splitting his Mutas into two half, one on his 4th and one in his main. That's his beautiful play, and controlling his Mutas really nicely. But again, he needs to make sure he don't trade it, and he doesn't want to lose the other extra 7 Mutalisk.
And he loses a lot. But he killed 45 workers.
He's bringing some tax down, which is good.
Yeah. The income for HerOTosS is just at 500 minerals per minute, so that's really low. So Isopara is really getting the upper hand, and he's maxing now on roaches, what's a really good decision. Because HerOTosS is now focusing only on making Stalkers to counter the Mutalisk, and not making any Colossus anymore, because he wouldn't need them.
So Mutalisk switch is definitely working here at the moment, but there's no upgrade for the Mutas right at this stage. +1 Mutas definitely will help out a lot, obviously doing any base trade or anything like that.
No, I really think he's getting the upper hand right now. The only thing he needs is a few Corruptors, but he's now max, so he has to trade something again.
Yeah, but the most important is you do not want to lose those Mutalisk and keeping him, pulling the ProToss player left, right and centre. That is the main key of the units right at this stage.
Yeah, and I think the Pro's only choice is now to all in. He has 8 probes left.
Yep.
And no income, so he's just going to all in right now. And that's the best decision for him. So if Isopara just keep maxing out with roaches and corruptors, I think he will be absolutely fine. And it is his game to lose right now.
Right, alright, all the units are clumped up at the moment. 52 roaches and Mutalisks. Now, see how we're going to trade off. If you can trade off and defend this well, then it's going to be a victory for our first game. But if we're going to clumps up and lose that roach army,
There
then...
there we go.
Oh, there we go. Head up, face to face. Roaches is there. We're seeing a bait engagement. The Mutalisks are coming back around, but it's not target fired on those corruptors. Oh my god, another 20 Mutalisks coming out. I don't think this is a great shout. Those DTs are doing huge amount of damage.
I think those Mutalisks are actually a good idea. He only has, let's see, 22 Stalkers left. And I think 20 Mutalisks will do the job. But I think they're not upgraded, so that's a real problem. Yeah, they have 0-0 versus 3 Stalkers. So he definitely needs more roaches or even links.
Yeah, links will probably help, obviously, wrap around those stalkers. Killing those stalkers are vital at this stage. But now Isopara is losing his 4th and he's going to lose his 3rd fairly shortly. Those DT are doing a dramatic damage. You can see that little Dark Templar down there. He's already done 6 kills. While the Mutalisks is still harassing around left, right and centre again. He's trying to pick off some units on the HerOTosS 4th.
Isopara already switching in full base trade scenario, building hatches all around the map. In the middle right, in the bottom left.
But is it the best way of trading it though, do you think? Having the Mutalisks and trade and try to pox it as much as possible?
Yeah, I think he has to build as many Mutalisks as he can. And as fast as he can before his... Oh, I think his Spire got sniped. No, it's still there.
Right, his Spire is right in the tuck into the back, but now we're losing the main. Obviously having the hatchery producting is definitely going to be quite a... You see a lot of drones in the main attacking the Nexus. That is brilliant.
Well, HerOTosS doesn't have any buildings except the pylons on the bottom left. So he really needs to protect those. Because he really can't go on a map and kill Isopara's building. So if Isopara can keep his Mutalisk alive, we may have a regain or a draw.
Yeah, well, the Lings are coming up and sort of hopefully try to get the base clean up a lot quicker.
Yeah, that's a really good decision by Isopara. Oh, he's coming back, he recalled.
That's what you want for a base trade scenario. Try to recall and make sure the HerOTosS armies are stuck in, and then you just, you know, try to get the economy back out and try to trade as much as you can one by one. So he can't really move out at the moment, the HerOTosS player, can he? Obviously he hasn't got mineral or anything like that.
No, he can definitely not move out. He only has 1 probe left, and he doesn't even have enough minerals for another assimilator. What is the cheapest HerOTosS building? So he only has the buildings that he has now, and he can't get up any more. So I think getting out on the map is okay for him now, but if he starts to lose a lot of building, it's really bad.
Yeah, well, I think that's the only option. He can only just run around the map and find out what he can do and what he can build. But there's plenty of drone running around the whole map, and he can just, you know, build some Vespin gas geyser and then, you know, just go around.
And what Isopara also has going for him is he isn't revealed where HerOTosS is.
The only thing in here, in this sort of scenario, you don't really want to split your army up, don't you? As a HerOTosS, you know, as soon as you split up, then it's going to be a massive damage to the HerOTosS player. But he's not finding any hatchery at the moment.
No, he only checks the bases. He doesn't check the area around them.
So fantastic placement from Isopara here. He's definitely on the upper hand. But again, he needs to pay attention on his blink stalker, mate. One little good blink, he can pick all this.
Yeah. If he loses, he can't lose 1 Mutalisk. If he loses 1, his chances of winning this game are already shrinking.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get these cornered. You need to be so careful.
He doesn't lose 1, and he did kill those bottom pylons. So only some assimilators at the 4th and some buildings as a natural. And from there, he losing kill.
Right,
and another stalker pickup.
There's 2 more hatch going down at this stage. You need to be careful of those Mutilus. Definitely, man. He's flying past by lots of Archon as well. DT is definitely an important thing as well. Those DT can do a massive damage if you can find it.
Yeah.
There's no detections at the moment. There's no layers or no overseer or anything like that. So those DTs could turn the game round.
I think Isopara needs to start mining again
Yeah.
and not lose Mutalisks. He lost 1. That's really painful.
Oh my god, the first game has already been like that excited. What's going to happen with the rest of the day?
I think HerOTosS has it. He has some DTs, like patrolling all over the map right now, but still checking only the bases. If he only knew. Crazy game.
Well, he needs to start mining, man. As we said, you get another bunch of HerOTosS, then
Almost lost another muter.
we're gonna win here. So you need to think. Isopara need to think what he's gonna do for the next, in the next 5 minutes. Because if you lose those Mutas and lose those hatchery 1 by 1, then obviously that's gonna be GG's instantly. And that DT is doing all this job, mate. He's running around. He's trying to snipe probe. It is scary.
I think Isopara needs to rebuild his lair. He has the
Whoa!
spawning.
There's some links running to the natural at the moment.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's Mutilus. It's Mutilus. What are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? Losing those couple more gateway, and then losing those gas lifts as well in the corner by the drone.
If Isopara managed to kill the DT, I think there's going to be a regame. But if he doesn't rebuild his lair or get detection, I think HerOTosS is going to win.
Well, he's still only checking the bases at the moment. He's not doing any search around the edges.
No, and he also doesn't have any sentries to start Phoenix Scout. Oh, he's sending out another stalker. Only checking the bases again. Oh, he will find one.
He's mining now. He's mining now.
Yeah,
Well,
but he will find. Ooh,
a lot of links gonna be there.
intercepting. Good. Picking off stalker. Countdown to 20.
Well, the Mutas are obviously flying the top. The third units are not moving out. You need to be really careful not to lose that Mutilus bunch. Another gateway been picked up in the fight. Mutas got to stay back and get remax out on the health, and then he will go in again, isn't he?
The regen is so fast.
That DT is still not seeing his base. He needs to be protected. There's a lot of lings, but the DT is definitely doing a lot of. He's walking past.
Isopara really should make it. He saw the DT, or he saw his probe get killed by DT. He really should build a spore crawler.
This is damage. This is painful now. Okay. He's got to pull all his drone away, isn't he? But this is going to be a giveaway. If the drones are pulled back to another hatchery.
I think he really needs to make a spore crawler. Or his lair.
Well, there's a bit of misclick there. He's shooting his own gateway. Well, the HerOTosS can't move out. That DT is doing serious amount of work around the side. Isopara has obviously spent a lot of mineral investing on drone and getting and building it. So if he slips, then oh dear, isn't it? Well, there's a lot of lings there running around. Don't get me wrong, but he's not going to trade. He definitely can't trade with those units up there. There's too many Colossus.
There are 3 Colossus and 2 Archons.
Yeah, it'll be a serious mistake if he's actually trading. So, right, 40 minutes game on the first matchup so far. Right, the Mutas are flying. He's going to pick off another forge. Oh, he's pulling back out. Right, his DT has spotted another hatchery.
Yeah.
He's got a spore up, which is a great news.
Yeah, if you just start creep spreading now, there's nothing to deny. There are no observers, there's no detection, so we really should start creep spreading more again to gain map vision.
Right, he's got to pick off another units around there with all those links. What is that? Oh.
Ooh, another stalker pickup.
Every unit is so important here, isn't it? You
Yeah.
do not want to, send a unit out and lose and die, but again, the Mutilus cannot, engage with that many of the stalkers. They are +3 stalkers, mate.
But if you look at it, HerOTosS lost 3 stalkers and Isopara lost only 1 Mutalisk, so he is getting the better trades.
Well, it's long distance mining, which is a funny thing.
Yeah, and there's a creep tumor, really good. But he is starting to run out of money.
What can you do if you're a HerOTosS player at this stage? Come on, what can we do?
Nothing. Just check everywhere.
Do you split your army up? Do you run around, split your army, and just hope for the best? You can snipe whatever you can.
No, he can't split his army up. He is sending out another stalker, which I really disagree. Oh, and he's sending it back.
Well, he lost another Vespine gas at the corner now, so another building down. So now it's only down to 2 buildings for the 4 buildings for the HerOTosS player. Can't move out. He can't move out. That DT is obviously
he can't
key.
move out. His only hope is this Dark Templar, and once he lost it, the game is over. He can't move out, otherwise his buildings are gonna get sniped, and then it's going to be a rematch or just Isopara's game.
Well, the spine crawlers and the spore is definitely moving down at this time. The DT obviously not scouted it.
No, I think it's really getting in his favor right now.
I think the DT probably scouted that base, and then they said, okay, let's do this. He's thought this is the only base that he's got. Then he will just send all his unit out, the Mutas will fly in, and then they're going to snipe off all the bases. Right, the Mutas will come around the back of it, and then now he starts sniping that Vespine gas. Oh, a couple hit point on that.
Yeah, only shield damage. But he can't take any risks.
No, Isopara is definitely remining that base now, so it's a lot of lings though. That's a lot of lings can, what can you do with those lings at the moment?
Oh yeah, I would think HerOTosS should get every kill he can, so kill those links. But he will run into this expansion.
It will do, yeah.
Oh! Almost losing a muta. Oh, he lost one. He's down to 20.
You should start sniping each, possibly start aiming and sniping any stalkers that's out of position, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he's getting a lair very. Yeah, he's getting a lair.
That's really good.
So, what do you want to get in here at the moment? If there's a Zerg player, what you'd be trying to get?
Swarm host, definitely.
Yeah, no, there's no observer. There's nothing.
No, precisely. And if you can get any real damage, just so not shield damage, if you can get any real damage on those HerOTosS units, you will pick away them. And there are only 3 Colossus, but yeah, it's hard to say. Stalker's moving out again, going back to safety. Oh, don't do this with the Mutas. Alright, it's going back, that's good.
Oh no.
Oh, almost lost one. 9 health. So he has a infestation pit going up. I think he's going swarm host.
Yeah, blatantly. Well, he's drone needs mining, mate, so to be fair, the HerOTosS player should be thinking about tapping out once he sees his base and see the layer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything for the HerOTosS come back unless, he can kill all those Mutilus and then move out.
Yeah, you can
Which is still possible, don't get me wrong, You can be clicking a one blink stalker move, sniping it all out, and then, there's not enough mineral for the Zerg player to, instantly max out with other units. Still possible. So.
The only way for HerOTosS to win is that Isopara loses all of his Mutalisk.
Yeah.
So if he just doesn't try to snipe anything,
well, again, you need to be careful about sniping anything.
Oh,
no, nothing.
Jesus.
It's got enough lava, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Like
the swarm host in the production. 2. And I actually hope when HerOTosS sees him, he's just going to tap out, because otherwise we might sit here for another 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's 48 minutes, guys. So you know, we still have another 9 matches to go today. So let's come on, get some feasting out there. Right, a lot of BMs coming through from the hero. GG, well done.